They say teamwork makes the dream work, but sometimes in the creative space, collaborations can also make you broke.
Ouch. That is true. Now, the question I have is, are collabs always worth it? Or do they sometimes leave you broke and broken? And that is why today we're serving the highs, the lows, and the untold truths of creative collaborations.
Our guest today is someone you definitely have heard of, but didn't know it was him. Now, he has served us one of the most amazing songs in Afropop while collaborating with Tiwa Savage on Ife Wa Gbona.
But what happened after the spotlight faded? You definitely want the tea.
This is the Vibe Lab podcast, powered by Creatico. Please welcome Leo Wonder.
Follow me, go check a lot, CBT, Oju Olomo, come build my home along with me, come be the one to be my pikin. Along with me, come be the one to be my pikin. My pikin, your pikin, our pikin.
What's good, guys? Thanks
great
for
to have
having
you
me.
here.
Same here.
It's really good to have you.
Same here.
It's great to have you here.
Wow. So, brother, Ife Wa Gbona was a jam that year.
Yes, it was.
I remember that I used it to toast babe. I'm not even gonna lie. I used that song to, especially your verse. You know I'm a guy, right?
Yes, yes.
So tell us, how has Leo been since that Tiwa Savage collaboration?
Wow, big one. A lot has actually happened ever since that collaboration with Tiwa Savage. Ups and downs, it hasn't been too rosy, honestly, because the expectation from the people of what the people actually expect from Leo Wonder is actually on the high side, without not knowing what exactly is happening to Leo Wonder on the inside. You understand? So it's been rough, but we're still standing.
Amazing. I like to ask this question though. What do people assume collaboration is that is actually false?
People see collaboration as the almighty thing. It's something they have to do to be successful.
Okay.
But I'll tell you candidly, you necessarily do not need a certain collaboration for you to make a statement. If you do you and you're consistent with what you're doing, you definitely get there.
True.
And that's not to mean that collaboration is not always important.
Yes,
And that's why
it is.
we have the highs
It is.
and the lows. Now,
Yes.
this is a fun one. If collaboration were a food, what would it taste like for you?
It will be the regular rice and stew.
Really?
Yes, that's what it will be.
Why though? Why?
The expectation shouldn't be too much. Don't expect too much from any collaboration you're having. Just let it be the regular. Put everything in. Put in the work and let God do the rest.
All right, so let's talk about the Tiwa Savage collaboration.
Okay.
How did it happen? Give us the tea. What really
Okay.
went down, and all of that.
All right then. It happened a couple of years back. I was in the studio with So Sick. That's the Green producer.
Yeah.
I was working on a couple of singles with him back then in the studio. So on before that time, he told me he was going to be receiving a guest, someone coming from America. That she's a female artist that goes by the name Tiwa Savage. He just told me to Google her and just find out more information on her. So I did my background check. I saw she was a backup singer for a couple of artists in the States. Maybe J. Blige had done something with Fantasia. She's a singer and a songwriter signed to Sony Music. And I heard she was into the was it America's Got Talent or British Got Talent?
Yes.
I think she was one of the runner-ups then. So I googled her, I made my findings, and I was like, okay, she's cool, she's good to go.
Yeah.
So on the set day I was available, I was around in the studio. Then she came through. So Sick wasn't around then, so I introduced myself. I'm Leo Wonder. She introduced herself to me, Tiwa Savage. He's like, oh, are you So Sick? I'm like, no, I'm Leo Wonder. I'm also an artist working under So Sick's imprint. So she was like, she came in from the States a couple of days back, and she wants to break into the Nigerian music industry, but she needs, coming from where she's from.
Yeah.
They've always had that American thingy all over her, written all over her, thinking she's coming to bring the American sauce, the R&B to the industry and all that. But she was like, she wants to do the local thing that will be able to relate with our fans, Nigerian fans here, something that will touch the core base of the people that listen to Nigerian songs here in Nigeria. I was like, you came to the right place. Then So Sick got into the studio. I introduced him to her because that was actually his first time of
Meeting
getting
her.
to meet her too in person. So she was like, she needs something local. She needs something that she can relate with, that both old and young can actually relate to. I was like, no problem. So So Sick told me to be playing instrumentals after instrumentals. So I started playing. So when it got to that particular beat for Ife Wa Gbona, she got hooked. She was like, Leo, can you pause for a bit? I was like, do you like this one? She's like, she loves the talking drum, the African roots and the percussions and all that. But she said there's a problem. I was like, what's that? She said she doesn't know the actual direction at which to hit the instrumental. Like, can I be of help? I was like, sure, if it's something I can do. She's like, can I run a freestyle on the beat? Just for her to have a direction of what it will sound like.
Yeah.
You understand? So I got in the booth. I told Tosik to play me the beat. After like 3 to 2 minutes thereabout, I left the booth and came outside. Tosik played what I just did in the voice booth. And the first thing Tiwa said was, Leo, you're jumping on this song with me. That she has heard a lot of singers sing, but she hasn't heard a guy sing this beautifully before. That we have to do this song together. That was how Ife Wa Gbona came to life.
Interesting.
So under like 45, 30 minutes, we brought pen and paper out, we started writing, and we finished the song in the studio right there.
Okay, so what exactly did this particular collaboration mean to you?
Well, this particular collaboration put me in the spotlight. It put me there because I've been an upcoming artist for a couple of years before I met Tiwa. You understand? So after Ife Wa Gbona came out, it put me where every upcoming artist would want their career to be at.
Yeah.
You understand? So it put me up there. I started getting likes from people, industry, respect too, knowing the fact that this is the guy that had this song with Tiwa Savage and is a good vocalist and it's quite promising, and hopefully something good will come out of him in the future. So it brought me out there. It brought me to the faces of the people and the fans too.
Interesting.
All right. Speaking of expectations, right?
Yeah.
You said exposure.
Yeah.
Now, how about money, royalties,
Very important.
industry respect?
Important
Did you chop royalties from this? I mean,
Honestly,
collab is as good as what it gives you personally as a
you're
creative.
right. You're right. Honestly, I made a mistake. That's one thing I would advise every up and coming artist not to fall into the shoes at which I was at that point in time. I was this artist that was hungry for fame and fortune. You understand? I had the drive. I was young, you know. The zeal was there. I was in my prime. But the thing was, I was just somebody that wanted to make beautiful music and put it out there. You understand? The business part of it wasn't in line. I didn't have a manager. I didn't have a lawyer. You understand? It was just fresh talent. You understand? So what I got from Ife Wa Gbona wasn't what I was supposed to get. Number one, he gave me exposure, yeah. But when we talk of royalties, I didn't get none.
Wow.
I didn't get none of the song. Honestly, I didn't get none because there was nobody standing in there for me. If I had a manager, my manager would be like, okay, we have to split sheets and all that.
Yeah.
This is what you'll be getting of the song and that. I didn't have a manager. I didn't have somebody to speak for me. So it was just me. It was just me recording a beautiful song and having her put it out there for the people to listen to.
That's crazy.
Please, let me just do a follow-up question now.
Yeah.
On Spotify, if you type Ife Wa Gbona on Spotify, you would see a different page of someone that does not look like you.
True.
And Ife Wa Gbona has garnered millions of streams, and it's not you. How did that even happen?
I got to know about that a couple of years back. There was a time I was online. I think I was trying to create a portfolio of myself. Then I ran my name on the internet just to see what it comes up with. Then I saw some Spanish guy going by the name Leo Wonder. And I'm like, what's exactly happening? So I called an industry friend of mine, and he was like, are you serious? He said I should give him the link to where I got the guy's profile for. I sent it to him. It was like, that this, and as at that point in time, initially I started off with the name B-Flow. That was what people knew me as. So before Ife Wa Gbona, I rebranded to Leo Wonder. So it was like, there's definitely no rebranding that will be going on here. We still have to stick to your name. But the thing is, you just have to keep putting out content. If you're putting out enough content, it will be able to suppress that other guy's stuffs online.
And give you a
That
chance.
yeah, and give me a chance to
Yeah.
shine that. But there's practically nothing we can do about. We can't sue. If it was somebody here in Nigeria that was answering the name with me, that's a different thing. But it's somewhere very, very far from us, so it's a different ball game entirely.
Okay, we've talked about the high,
Yeah.
the highest, really, the
Yeah.
high. Now we're going to talk about the low.
Okay.
At what point did this fade? Did
Mhm.
this really cool thing start to fade?
Okay. Let me start from the genesis.
Yay!
Okay. This was what happened. After we recorded the song, after the song got released, then it was just, I just knew who Tiwa was. Afterwards, she introduced our manager to me. That's T-Bills.
Yeah.
So after T-Bills heard my verse out of the song, it was like, dude, I've never heard a guy sing this much. You're talented, you're good, you're this, you're that. Are you signed to any record label or do you have any manager? I'm like, no, I'm just fresh off the streets, just a recording artist. You understand that? So Sick is just a producer friend of mine. We actually grew up together. That's the only professional I know for now that I'm working with. So he told me, okay, let's see what we can do, that he won't mind bringing me on 323 Entertainment. That was Tiwa Savage's initial record label and management company with our then husband T-Bills. So I'm like, no problem. He now said, but I'll have to exercise patience a little bit. I'll have to let Tiwa drop her album first. After the release of Tiwa's album, then they'll take up my project afterwards. I'm like, no problem. I didn't have anything written. That was where I made that first mistake. There was no written agreement. There was nothing documented. It was just a word of mouth that could change at any time.
True.
You understand?
True.
So after the video, no, it was Kelly Kelly Love that started off as the official single for Tiwa. Then Ife Wa Gbona was the second single. So after some time, I think they joined this management company called Flight Time Promotions. So T-Bills made mention of them shooting the video for Ife Wa Gbona next. Then I think Cecil Amon came in and was like, he wasn't feeling that song that much, that maybe because it's having too much traditional
For real?
roots attached to it, that maybe they need something Afro pop that can resonate to the younger generation and all that. To cut the long story short, Tiwa called me up about like few months after the release of the audio that we're going to be shooting the video for Ife Wa Gbona. I have to be at so place at a particular point in time. So I was like, no problem, let's see how that goes. So T-Bills told me that after the kickoff of the video, we'll see what we'll do afterwards. I'm like, no problem. I was still holding on to the word of mouth he gave to me. So the video got released. It was out there, was trending. Then we just had Twitter and Facebook. I think I was on number 2 trend and Tiwa was on number 4. The question asked was, who is this Leo Wonder guy? Who is this Leo Wonder guy? Who is this Leo Wonder guy? So I started getting messages from people wanting to do stuff for me for free.
Wow. Nice.
Video directors, music producers out of Nigeria. You know, there was this guy that shot a video for AKA. Late AKA. The guy contacted me by email that is in South Africa, that he loves my job, he loves what I did, he loved what I did with Tiwa Savage, that would want to shoot a video for me free on board.
Wow.
I called T-Bills. I was like, this is the message I received. It was like, no, don't attend to any message. Don't give them that audience. You're working with me. You're going to be my artist. This and that. It was just a word of mouth.
That's so.
You get, so we were having shows. We were getting shows afterwards. After the release of the video, we were performing together at places, at events, at weddings. The song actually got us 2 awards at the NMVA. I think Best Juju Wildlife Video, Wildlife Song, and Best Video Director. We got 2 awards of that song.
Yeah.
So we're doing weddings together, but I wasn't paid enough. I wasn't getting paid the way I ought to be paid.
Yeah.
But I was still like, okay, I will still get to work with these people eventually. So don't let me put in the monetary part of it first. Let's see how far we
You're
can
gonna
go.
push.
Yeah.
Let's see how far we can push
Yeah,
our
regular stuff.
material. You
Mhm.
understand? So I was getting messages, tons of messages from people here and there. TVs was just telling me, shut it all down, shut it all down. I got you. I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do that for you. So it was all baseless promises. You understand? It got to an extent. I had to pull one and two together. I'm like, the shine of this song is in a few months or a few years from now will be coming down gradually.
True.
I just had to pull myself together and like, I have to move. If you guys don't intend doing anything for me, let me know right now, because the good thing about the span and the length at which that song was on the limelight was that it lasted for a couple of years.
You did.
Yeah.
It
You
did.
understand? It lasted for a couple of years.
True.
So I'm like, let me use this time to work on myself too as a solo artist. You told me this is what we're gonna be doing together, but still till now there's still nothing authentic on the floor. There's nothing there that we've done with the 323 imprints. Okay, I'll be having shows with you guys. When I get paid, I want to push my material on my own. That was when the argument came in. That was when this agreement came in between
Lord.
myself and T-Bills. It was like this, that. We had a show at Eco Hotel. I think we were about like 5 artists that were built to perform. I think it was me, Banky W, Femi Kuti, and Tiwa. We were 5 built to perform.
Okay.
I think it was at the AMVCA
VCA.
that year. And they specifically told us that we were going to be performing just Ife Wa Gbona. So I was like, okay, after this event, I should get paid well
Yeah.
enough to be able to want to push my material.
Set up.
Maybe put out a single or maybe a video too along the line.
True.
Only for TVs to tell me after the event that we didn't get paid for the event.
No, what?
Yeah, that was exactly what he told me, that we didn't get paid, that it was a free show. I was like, that's not
Free
possible.
show. Okay.
That's never gonna happen. That's not possible.
And I'm guessing that's when the issue started.
That was where the whole issue started. And I reached out to Tiwa that I haven't gotten paid and I've spoken to your manager. She was like, what's that? You should talk to T-Bills that is supposed to have transferred money to my account by now. I reached out to him again, was like, no, you are not going to get paid. You are not going to get this. You are not going to get this off the song. That was where the old disagreement came. That was where it came from, and that's how it all happened.
Crazy.
Very, very.
So because you asked for what was promised.
Yes.
And this thing that was promised it was the reason why you did not attend to other opportunities
That came.
that came
along the line.
There was no agreement.
Yes.
But you believed. I mean,
I
what's there not to believe at the time?
Yeah. Verbal word. Word of mouth.
Damn. So you had to perform the song a few times?
Yeah, we did. But after some time, they stopped calling me for events.
Wow. That's interesting.
Because I fell out with T-Bills.
Okay, so we've looked at we know, and from the conversation so far, we've gotten that money wasn't enough, right?
It wasn't.
So let's talk about the emotional cost.
Wow.
What really went down in your head when all of this crazy thing was happening?
At a point in time, I was depressed. Yeah, I was. At a point in time, I was depressed. Because things were not just working as planned and as expected. Along the line, I met some friends, started doing drugs. You know, it wasn't all rosy. You understand? So I was depressed. A lot of things happened. Things were not just working as planned for me. I backed away from the music. I was like, it gets to a point, anytime I get to hear anything that has to do with music, scares me. I'm like, this part is quite dangerous. I don't want to go in there anymore. Because anything that comes with music comes with this kind of migraine.
Like a PTSD kind of feel.
You understand? That makes me, that puts me in this mood that I really don't want to find myself in. You understand? But by God's grace, by the grace of God, we're still standing and we're still here.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that after that time, you would be scared of collaboration.
Honestly.
I didn't want to work with anybody. If anybody brought anything that has to do with music to my table, I was just turning everything down.
Wow.
I was just turning everything down. I was like, this music, with what I've seen so far, the experience I've had with, I don't think I want to
Be part of it anymore.
anymore. I
So
don't
so
think I want to
it's
experience
safe
that
to say
anymore.
that this is your worst
Yeah,
collab story ever.
ever.
What could have been? I can imagine the thoughts in your mind. What could have been?
I'm sorry, I can't even imagine. I'm so sorry.
Honestly, it was bad. It was real
Wow.
bad.
Wow.
It
Wow.
was
Wow.
real
Wow.
bad.
All right, let's divert a bit.
Okay.
And Ali,
Yeah.
tell us what's your
No.
what's your
No.
funniest or worst collab story ever told? I'm sure you've gotten into some collaborations in the past. Tell us, just tell us.
Okay. So it's actually very, very funny because considering my profession, I'm not supposed to even have that kind of issue. But when you're dealing with people, especially people you know and you probably trust, you probably just forget so many things at the same time. So I think one of the craziest collabs I've ever been part of is me sharing an idea with a friend for a business. She was like, "Yeah, let's go, let's move, let's do this, let's do that." And then I don't know what happened. She just stopped talking for a while. And then me, I just felt she was trying to probably raise money and try to put herself together. I think after 3 months, my girl opened the business. My idea, her business, right there in the open.
Oh wow.
And then the funny part is she used the exact name I came up with.
Wow.
And then when I go in her DM, I'm like, okay, this is my thing. Why are you using it this way without letting me know? And then she was like, and she thought I wasn't serious. I'm like, this is my thing, oh. I mean, there are lots of crazy stories I could tell, but I think that's like one of the ones that actually did get to me because it was my idea. It wasn't yours, basically. So, yeah, collaborations have a weird way of making people broke. That one,
It does.
normal,
It does.
normal thing, basically. So, what's yours? Give me that gist.
All right, which one should I talk about
You
now?
already have plenty.
I have plenty. Yeah, I have to grow along the way, right? So I think let me talk about the one at the university. So there was this person. He was rich. He had a company.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about the company, but he had a company, and he recruited myself and my best friend then that we should give advert ideas for companies,
Okay.
like big companies, right? Big companies, and we started like drafting out ideas, sleepless nights, drafting ideas, different ideas for this, the different crazy ideas. It was fresh back then, and we thought we was going to get paid at the time. Stipends, just give you money for food. At university now, as long as you're eating and you're okay,
good.
you're good for at that point, right?
Yeah.
Until one day, it just stopped reaching out, and before you know it, we saw an idea very similar to what we had couched. We saw that on TV. And in that moment, I knew that, damn, this guy has done us dirty. Like, this is it. Because you would know now, like, you came up with this idea and we were seeing that on TV and we're like, oh my God. And after that time, we didn't have access to the guy anymore. And that was it. And it was
I
crazy.
feel like one of the things that we should all look out for, whether you're an artist, whether you're creative, whatever it is that you are trying to do, one of the things you should look out for in collaborations really is to make sure that you are protected first.
True.
Because the truth is, anything can happen. In this space, our space is so beautiful that anything can go wrong or anything can go right. So you have to literally make sure you protect yourself first, and then it's easier to work with other people. That's one thing I'm so sure of in the creative space about collaboration.
All right. So let me ask, how can up-and-coming artists protect themselves or get into collaborations without getting burned? You've mentioned that you have to protect yourself first. How do you protect yourself? Let's say a collaboration, you have an opportunity to enter into collaboration right now. What is the first thing you're supposed to do as a creative?
I think I will let Leo go first based on all his experience and all of that, basically.
Okay. Get yourself a manager and an entertainment lawyer.
You heard that right? Say that again, Leo.
Get yourself a manager and an entertainment lawyer.
Very
Two
important.
things, very important. You need them.
I think another thing is always remember to look into split sheets. Sheets. And I think I said this some days back, basically. Split sheets is not something you do outside the studio. As people are just finishing the beat, don't cook and finish. Quickly do it there, because You start thinking of who owns percentage. If you're in studio, you know who owns percentage per time, so it's easier and faster for you to get it done there. I think that's what I think.
I also think that before you start the collaboration, let the terms be spelled out.
True.
Yeah.
What are your obligations?
Mm-hmm.
What are my obligations? What are you doing? What are your deliverables? What are my deliverables? Let's get that sorted out from the onset.
True.
Then, like you said, get an entertainment lawyer that would put all of these things into writing.
Yes.
Because after you produce that song, or after you create that art or sell that stuff, to negotiate back and go back and say now, let's go back and now, I thought this was what we agreed on. It would cause different
really
issues
hard.
back and forth, and before you know it, they might even insist that I'm not signing any agreement if you don't agree to this. But if you have it all spelled out, now it's not good enough to have it all spelled out. Like you heard Leo, promises. Anybody can make promises, but make sure that once you agree, your obligations, deliverables, mine, get an entertainment lawyer to write it down and sign. Both of you should sign. It becomes a binding legal document.
Yeah, Femi, Leo, another thing that I really want to make more points on is, I know that right now we're having so many lawyers coming out from the Nigerian bar and all of that, basically. What I would even say is, the reason why we're actually saying get an entertainment lawyer is because these people understand you.
True.
I mean, a property lawyer does not know anything about entertainment. A criminal lawyer does not know anything about entertainment. You have to find somebody who is in that space, who understands that space. So if you carry a contract to give a property law lawyer, it will just look at the regular things. Do you get? Look at the regular things. But entertainment lawyer knows when something is wrong with that contract, and they help you fix it as fast as possible. So that's I think that's about that on that.
Yes. All right. So what are the green red flags to watch out for when it comes to collaborations? Green red flags to watch out for. Let me start with a red flag. You want to enter into a collaboration with somebody, and they are telling you that don't worry. That word, don't worry, or this word, don't worry. The phrase, worry you.
I got you.
Worry you.
Don't
When
worry,
they start
I got
saying
you.
don't worry, that is that way you go worry.
No word of mouth.
As they,
Let everything be documented. Let it be in papers.
yeah,
White and black.
yeah.
At the end of the day, if someone has good intentions,
okay.
If someone has good intentions towards you,
Yeah.
when it comes to collaboration, it doesn't cost them anything to agree and put it in writing and sign. It's when it gets dodgy when you agree and it's time to sign and they start giving you excuses. That's when that's a huge red flag.
That's when you're being used.
Yes.
I'll take that. I'll use that word. That's when you're being used. You know, most people, for me, collaboration is a form of promotion.
It is.
You understand? But for some people, they just want to use you to get to where they want to go to, or to get what they want to get off you. You understand? So it's a thing whereby when we're working together, let it be 50-50 on the table. This is what I'm getting. This is what you're getting off you. Nobody gets cheated.
Yeah.
You understand? Let's put it plain white and black. It's as simple as ABC. You understand? I'm getting this, you're getting this. It's benefiting me, it's benefiting you.
Yeah.
That's how that's
True.
what collaboration is supposed to be.
True.
Not this person getting this and you coming lower. No, it doesn't work out that way.
True.
You understand? So it has to be a combined effort. We're helping each other, we're putting things together to achieve one common goal. You understand?
Yeah, so I think another red flag would definitely be when the terms or when the goal you guys are trying to achieve is pretty vague. Now, the essence of collaboration most of the time is you're collaborating with somebody whose purpose or whose vision aligns with you as a creative and your brand. Right?
Yes.
So if at any point there is a discrepancy in that and you guys cannot still come to a clear-cut answer, I think it's a red flag, personally. I think it's a red flag.
And the green flags are quite obvious. I mean, we agree. Let's collaborate on this.
Let's sign it.
These are your deliverables. These are my deliverables. Let's get somebody that will put it in writing.
Yeah.
I review, you review, and we sign. This takes nothing. It takes no time. In the next 2 days, you're done. You review, I review, we are signed, and we are going to deliver on our collaboration. It is as easy as that. Anybody that is giving you excuses or telling you that no, don't calm down, I got you. Don't worry, no worry.
The word of portable.
All right, so Leo, if you could redo your collaboration with Tiwa Savage, if you had Thanos's hand,
And you could rewind time.
just rewind time
Okay.
like this. If you could do that, what would you do differently?
First things first, I'll get a manager involved.
Mm.
I'll get my manager involved. I'll get my whole team involved, not just the manager.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mhm.
Then I'll get my entertainment lawyer involved too.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm.
It's a collaboration that will take you to the next level. You understand? It took me to the next level in my career, honestly, because I've been upcoming for quite some years. So if I'm to do that again, I'll have to put some people on the ground.
Mm.
You understand? Certain professionals have to be on ground
Yeah.
for me to want to do that again.
Amazing.
So that spells the importance of having a team,
Yeah,
right?
building a team for
Building a
yourself.
team
Yeah.
that includes your entertainment lawyer
Yeah.
and your managers, so
Yeah.
that when, for example, also let me add to what you just said. In situations like that, your lawyer will be to advise you that there's no written agreement here.
Mhm.
That director in South Africa,
Mhm.
take him up.
Sure.
This person that is making this particular promise, take him up.
mhm.
This person, take him up.
Mhm,
Because as far as you're concerned, you are freelancing. You're
Yeah.
not signed on anybody.
Yeah.
You do not have any obligation
Yeah.
or loyalty to anybody. At
True,
that point,
true,
just promises and words of mouth.
True.
So take the opportunities as much as you can. Maybe if that had happened, you know, you would have had more that, and you would not even have to rely on these empty promises.
True.
Yeah,
True.
to even add to that, to be honest, right, creatives need to understand. When I say creatives, guys, don't get me wrong, anybody's a creative, but for this particular purpose, right, creatives have to understand the essence of the legalities involved in all of this.
Yeah,
True.
The truth is, when we say get a team, we are not trying to tell you employ people. I say it every day. Creators need to learn how to negotiate. You might not have all the money to pay your people, but if you understand where you're going to and you can play the part, do that. And again, they need to learn how to see it as a business.
Sure.
Very, very important.
See, it is huge if you see it as a business. So when you see it as a business, you start treating it as such. Getting a team will be one of the smallest things you need to worry about. So I think we need to have creators moving from hobby to business. Like once they can move, I think that would just make it easy.
And that's why it's called the entertainment business now. It is the entertainment business.
Yes.
It's not the entertainment, I got you. Or the entertainment, don't worry. Or the entertainment,
I'll do
don't
this
worry.
for you.
It's
It will give you
business.
exposure. Exposure don't
Does not
pay
pay rent.
bills or rent.
It
Exposure would never pay your
It
rent.
will never.
Money will.
Fame without money is like a joke that's not funny.
Right. Clock that.
Clock it.
All right. So let's get to our quick fire sessions. What's your dream collaboration, dead or alive? Any collaboration,
I'm
your
looking
dream
forward to
collaboration,
this. I'm looking
dead
forward
or
to this
alive?
one.
Hit us.
I love to work with R. Kelly
Wow.
because I see him as the Pied Piper, the king of R&B.
Nah, it's the number one as far as
Number
I'm
one,
concerned.
R.
And
Kelly.
considering your style, it would go well.
I
like the
actually learned a
singer.
lot from listening to R. Kelly's songs.
Ugh,
Songwriting, especially.
that's the king of R&B.
R. Kelly is a storyteller. When I'm writing a song, when I'm doing a song in the studio, I love to tell stories. You understand? So I tapped that from his
him.
creative side. So I love to work with Kels. I love to work with Breezy too. Chris Brown too is good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's breezy.
Yeah, Breezy is good.
How about Nigerian?
I love to work with Simi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Everyone's been telling me to do that for a while now.
Simi, you
Yeah.
heard
I
that?
love to work
Simi,
with
come
Simi.
on,
Yeah.
you know.
I love to have a song with Simi.
Mhm.
Yeah. I love to have a
Amazing.
song with Simi.
Amazing. Okay, let's look at this. What's collab snack food in the studio? I mean, no, that's studio now. Food, no, they do all the time. But worst collab you've ever had? Let's have it.
What's collab snack? Junk food.
But that is what most producers
You shouldn't be having junk food when you're in the studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For a singer like myself, I do water most of the time. I do water more. Yeah, I do
In the
water.
studio?
Yeah, in the studio most of the time.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, now let me ask this: what is your best collaboration of all time, ever?
Still, Ife Wa Gbona with Tiwa Savage.
Oh, now that's a song.
I've had I once had a session with Durella back in the days,
Really?
but the song wasn't released, honestly. But it was a good collaboration.
Nice.
Only for the manager to tell Durella that, don't you know this guy sounds better than you on the song?
Ouch! Ouch! My chest! Ouch!
So that song didn't make it out there.
Wow.
He didn't make it out there at all. He didn't make it out there.
Wow.
It happens in collaborations.
True. It
You
does,
understand?
a
When you
lot.
work with certain people
Mm.
and you get to do better than they did on the song, that song gets under the shelf.
It will never get cleared.
Honestly, it will
Clearance
never be out
clearance
there.
not an
It
issue.
will never be out there.
You'll not be calling,
So
clear this
kudos
song.
to anybody you work with and that puts the material out there.
Out there.
You understand? Give them the props.
Nice.
Not everybody will do that.
Alright, so I know a lot of people that probably will watch this are thinking in their head, what is next for Leo Wonder?
Right now, Leo wants to build a team for himself. Leo doesn't want to make that same mistake he made back then. You understand? He wants to build a team. He wants to put in work, release singles, and hopefully by next year drop an album.
Yay!
Whoa, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
I have one other question, right? What's your relationship with Tiwa Savage like right now?
Right now, okay, we last spoke about I think that was my birthday was in August. She wished me happy birthday
For
in
real?
August. Yeah. I don't have her phone number actually anymore. I used to, but not anymore.
Okay.
So we just get to chat on Instagram by social media. I send her DM, she replies and all that stuff. You understand? So that's how it's been so far, so good. And our last discussion was, I was telling her I want us to jump on another song together. So it was like I should give her time, that she's doing promo rounds on a new album. So hopefully we can still get to work together again.
Let me give you one expo.
Yeah.
Go hit the studio, get like 2 records done, and send it to Tiwa Savage. Just send it to her.
Okay.
You know, this day it's easier now, right? Collaborations can be done, you know, Drake, international collaboration, anywhere in the world. So, I mean, for her to know that, okay, Leo is back and you know it means business this time, bro, hit the studio, get 2 lovely songs. You know, you heard a new album.
Yeah.
A new album is
Dope.
pure R&B,
It's
beautiful,
amazing.
amazing.
International standards.
Send her the songs. You'll be surprised you get a verse and she'll just send it back to you, because as far as I'm concerned, Tiwa Savage is an amazing human being.
She is.
And
she is.
the fact that she could still wish you a happy birthday means she has no
means a
bad
lot.
blood, bad heart.
True.
She harbors no ill towards you, and she would want your good.
Definitely.
So take the first step,
Okay.
you know, and you know we might be getting another huge collaboration.
I
Tiwa
look
Savage,
forward
Leo
to
Wonder
it. I
soon.
look forward
Yeah.
to it.
By
I look
God's
forward
grace.
to it.
Yeah.
All right, so collabs can build or break you.
Could either make you or break you.
Yes, but the smart ones, obviously, they will sustain you.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah.
So you have to choose wisely, and as always, keep vibing with us on the Vibe Lab podcast.
So if you're a creative or you have a friend who's a creative and needs to listen to this episode, please give it to them. Share the link. Like, subscribe, comment on our YouTube channel. Leo Wonder with us in the studio today is one of the coolest things we've done today, basically, because you've heard it here. You've heard all the falls, all the rises, and it is beautiful that he's sharing the story. So, Leo, thank you so much for
Thanks
joining
for
us
having
today.
me.
We are grateful.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to your album next year.
Yep.
Hopefully.
We are looking forward to it.
So now let's summarize all of this. Leo Wonder had a collaboration with Tiwa Savage.
Yes.
There was a music video. The world was watching. And then silence. Leo Wonder spills the truth about every single thing that happened, from the collaborations, from the empty promises, from the opportunities. You do not want to miss this episode. So please, if you're creative, you're interested in collaborations. I mean, every creative should be interested in collaborations. So every creative, your friend, your family members, make sure you send us a link to them, send this video to them, let them like, comment, and share. You know, the Vibe Lab podcast, powered by Creatico, will be back soon.
So it's good to have you guys with us. Have an amazing day. We love you.
Peace. Bye. Thank you, guys.